Back to my channel. I'm the housewife historian. You can call me Lindsay, and today we're talking the Real Housewives of New Jersey, a little bit more about John Fuda and the name change. And he's come out and made a statement with a short video, basically a public service announcement, and he's letting us know a couple of things. I want to talk to you guys about that, and then also talk to you about the fact that people are making comments about the housewives being on Ozempic and how skinny they look. And Andy Cohen actually commented on somebody's post that was like making fun of all of the housewives being on Ozempic. One second here, guys. So before we get started, though, make sure that you guys hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. It definitely helps my channel whenever you guys hit the like button, because it gets my channel out there to more people. And then obviously, guys, hit your notification bell, because I always come on and do lives randomly if I get tea, and it's it's nice to be able to be up to date with everything. So you got to turn your notifications on. Okay, let's get into this. Basically, we had all hell break out yesterday because we found out that John Fuda allegedly has a different last name. Um, it was posted on Twitter by a couple of different people, right? Then we had the Sun come out, and well, an email from the Sun come out, the editor stating that it was not Louis Reellis that allegedly reached out to her. It was the Sun, and like the Sun as in the editor. And if you guys know, I've discussed this before because I am familiar with the prison system. It would not be hard to find someone in prison. It's actually really easy to find someone in prison. There is probably a general offender New Jersey search website where you can search anyone that's incarcerated or that is in like transitional control, which is when they go to a halfway house for the last maybe 6 to 3 months of their sentence. That's supposed to like kind of help them with the reintegration process. But of course, the states being small, limited to the locations of a transitional control, and not every person's going to make it to transitional control. But I bet there is a Jersey offender search. Look at how easy this is, guys. Watch. Department of Corrections, the official website for the New Jersey Department of Corrections, the DOC. It's very easy, guys. Very, very easy, okay? Because like I told you, that everyone has to have a prison number when they go to prison. So if your loved one goes to prison and they're just getting there, they can't just go make phone calls. They got to get money on the phone, etc. So therefore, they need to know the prison number to be able to send them things, because from that point on, their offender number is their first and last name. It is their social security number. It is everything. That is what they are from that point on. So let's see here if we can find a place where we can search. They also have one second. The Department of Corrections, victim facility, general offender information, restrictions, offender statistics, offender accounts, fines, obligation, inmate publications, offender account, telephone, incarcerated person status, introduction view. JPay funds, telephone systems, and it should be very easy to find their number. I'm sorry, guys. I get wrapped up into this. I'll find it and let you guys know the exact website, because there's a lot on here. I understand that it's the DOC, but still shouldn't be like that. Anyways, guys, very simple to get online. Probably take me 2 more minutes to find it, honestly. You can search your inmate from there. Then you would have all of their information, their status, where they were at, what institution that they were at, and then it would not be difficult. So allegedly this happened. This broke, I think it was Melissa's old nose on Twitter that broke it, right? Um, Sorry guys, it's driving me nuts. I want to find it because it's driving me nuts. And then allegedly she had an interview scheduled with somebody from John's past, and her account was locked last night, and her backup account was locked last night. So both accounts were locked up last night. That's crazy, right? How come whenever someone has something that that side of the couch doesn't like, it gets taken down, account gets shut down, it gets hacked, it gets whatever. It's really crazy, guys. But the good news is that her account is up and running today. So her account is no longer on hold or locked. Her Twitter account is up and running. And I think that they were scheduled to do an interview, but they're not going to do the interview now. So that is good, I guess. They're gonna reschedule it. So maybe that's a good thing. John Fuda did his own sort of video. It was very short. He said that he had made some mistakes as a juvenile, and so he did change his last name because he wanted a second chance, and he didn't want his juvenile record to follow him, and so therefore he changed his last name, and that he is not a convicted felon, which I see it though is a little high and mighty of him to say. Like, come on now. I understand. We understand you're not a convicted felon, but are you? Like, do we really know if you are or not? We don't even know your last name at this point, right? So how are we supposed to know? But that's what he did. He did a video, and it was very short and sweet and to the point. So hopefully they're able to work out any indiscretions. I think his last name was posted all over Twitter yesterday. If you guys want to go find it, I'm not going to give it to you, anyone, but it's on, like I said, it's on Twitter. So oh, here we go. It was that easy? Sorry, I hit on the wrong thing. See, it's gonna take you to this right here. It's very easy. It's going to take you to the Department of Corrections. All you're going to have to do is know their last name. We could check for, we'll just make one up like Smith. And see who comes up. There'll probably be so many that it won't even matter. And you can check to see like anyone, like, oh, of course it is. There were too many results because Smith is such a, common last name. I don't know anyone in prison in New Jersey. Do you guys know anyone in prison in New Jersey? I'm trying to think of mob wives or somebody. Anyways, you would be able just to put their last name in, and then you can even do options of like if you know what county they may be sentenced out of, or their current facility. Are they in a treatment center? But usually you can just use their first and last name. That's all. Sorry, guys. You can just use their first and last name. That's all you'll need, and it will take you directly to the inmate, and then you will be able to get all the inmates information such as their release date, when they're eligible for transitional control, if they owe restitution, and if there's any victims involved. Because see guys, when people go to prison, if they have a victim, there's an obligation, I think it's a federal rule of regulation, that the victim has to be notified within a certain amount of time. And sometimes if a woman is up and eligible for transitional control, if the victim is reached out to by the parole board and the victim is whatever, then they may even deny the transitional control simply on the victim's statement and such. So again, this is on the DOC inmate search of New Jersey. That's how easy it is to find. Again, literally www.state.newjersey.us/doc inmate search. That simple. And that's how they found her. Well, they said they were the press, so they have a special portal or something that they use. Okay, whatever it was, it's not hard to find her. it probably would have been harder to find her name, right? It wouldn't have been hard to find her in prison or in the halfway house. But again, a lot of websites, if you guys do any sort of digging or anything like that, what you do is you go into these search sites and well, first you go online to TikTok and you find yourself a little private investigator girl. I have one. She's like an actual private investigator, and she will list the sites that she uses to get information like phone numbers, address, names, and aliases and associates. So when you search these people, it will show different people that they're associated with. It could be anyone, moms, exes, anyone they lived with, somebody they had a bill with, anything like that. So allegedly her name obviously would have been as an associate of his because they had a kid together. So there was probably 20 names, but they went through a process of elimination. If it was family members, mom, whoever it was on the list, they were able to identify her. So I don't think it's fair to blame Louis for that, and I'm not sure where that came from, unless if that was one of JG's ideas to come at Louis with, because I really feel, again, guys, I don't feel like John has a reason to be mad at Louis. I don't think Frank really has a reason to be mad at Louis. Joe B doesn't have a reason to be mad at Louis, but Joe G and Louis, right, fighting so bad. And so whatever happened with their house husbands deal that went bad, we know that that went bad after BravoCon because of the hate and the vulgarity of what was said at Jennifer. And we know as women, or we know as average people in reality, that that was a pretty strong way to react to Jennifer in this hotel, regardless of whether Bravo or anyone else wants to acknowledge it, right? We're going to acknowledge it. And the other network acknowledged it because they're not Bravo. And so they were, and I think that Joe didn't want to take like the responsibility for that. Um, and he really wanted to be the leader, right? And lead the men into their own show and their own footing, and it be theirs instead of being like the housewives bitches. Because you guys know, like they've been getting called the house, they've been getting a lot of shit for that for years and years, which whatever, right? So they probably were excited to have like their own show, their own thing, like for the men, for the guys, whatever. And I think when the opportunity was lost, because my source 100% confirms they had the deal went bad, it was lost. And I just don't think that Joe could maybe accept it, or can maybe accept his responsibility in it, or be accountable. And so he convinced these people that it was Louis running a smear campaign against all of them, and that he hired this private investigator to do that. But we didn't see anything bad about Frank come out. I didn't see anything bad about Frank come out all season. Nothing bad about Brittany. I didn't see anything bad about John. I didn't see anything bad about Rachel come out. I mean, they talked about their storyline. People discussed what they discussed in the episodes. Okay, that's it. So I don't know, guys. Let me know your opinions on this. Oh, here we go. I'll let you guys hear John Fuda here. Oh, hold on. What is this? I think somebody did like a duet to make fun of it.
I'm a felon, watch it. Yeah, well, hell. I'm a felon, watch it. Yeah, well, hell.
So that's him being funny, like, ha ha ha, I'm a felon. Be careful. Here's his video. Here we go. Okay.
I'm not a convicted felon at all. So what they posted, they actually left out the bottom of it. So there's actually 2 more lines in that same exact report that says it was dismissed. So, like any other juvenile kid, all right, I got in trouble when I was a juvenile, got myself into a couple things, going to an adolescent stage, got myself involved in a couple things, fights and this and that. And someone took it, posted it, and left out the part where it says dismissed to paint a picture of me. I'm not a convicted felon at all. I'm not a convicted felon at all. So what they posted,
doesn't he sound a little high and mighty? Don't you think? Some of the comments. The account, this ain't Phaedra. he's getting dragged. It was wrong of him to air out his ex. They could have had this whole storyline and left her out of it. The level of narcissism needed to have this record. Think you can go on a reality TV show and not have it be exposed and try and smear your ex who knows all of your secrets in the process is unreal. He deserves all the bad exposure he gets. The Housewives watch. That is a great comment because that's very true. Like, that's your own like thinking that has you thinking that in 2023 that you can go on a show, exposure act. You should have said been sending her money and telling her shh. Instead, you try to use her as a freaking storyline. That was not smart. Someone says it would if he was arrested as a teen, it would have been sealed. So his entire interview is a lie. He's probably hiding something. Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense because anyone that is juvenile is going to be redacted from anything. And somebody else just made a great point. Trey 2022 said, "How come Jennifer has to take um her interview down with Martinis with Eddie, but he can go on a podcast and that's okay." I don't know what podcast he went on. I'm not sure of the podcaster, but I'm gonna look into it obviously and see where the whole thing was at because I only saw the small clip on Twitter today. um hmm. Oh, somebody stole my picture. Kathy. Oh well. Anyways, guys. Okay, so make sure that you guys leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this. If you go on Twitter, he's really taking the heat over here for allegedly changing his last name for having these juvenile charges. I'm not sure if that sounds correct or not, but let me know. Let me know what you guys think. Also wanted to tell you that Real Housewives of Atlanta and Real Housewives of New Jersey were actually listed in a blind item back from June talking about terrible ratings and needing revamps. I was shocked when I saw that, but it said like one of the lowest rated. I'm also going to be doing a review on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I'm going to keep up with the OC as well. So make sure that you guys are staying tuned for those. It's very important to make sure that we keep a eye on all of the housewives. I love the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I would love to see them win. I wish that Bravo would give them a little bit more publicity and a little bit more press, but unfortunately, I'm not sure why they do that. Just is what it is. Bye Bye Wigs also posted some comments about Andy and the Ozempic running rapid through the housewives. Somebody had posted on their story, like, we need a Real Housewives of Ozempic, something like that. And Andy Cohen replied, like, you're already watching it. So I was like, oh, okay, well then, okay, Andy Cohen. Maybe he's getting a little bit grumpy. I'm not sure. But guys, like I said, stay tuned because I'm going to be doing a review on Real Housewives of Orange County and then also Atlanta. If there's anything else you're feeling like you want covered or you want to know about, make sure that you let me know in the comments because even though I may not respond to every comment, I do read every comment. And I am on TikTok making short videos too and bringing those shorts over to you guys on YouTube as well. So make sure you're checking those out. And I hope you guys have an amazing Wednesday.